if you give it that meaning, you will extract an effect from it, whether it be immediately or later on. All information is leaking into you from a variety of layers and levels beyond what you may be hearing with your ears. So when you pay attention on all levels. Just relax, open up, let go, and let in, and let yourself be and become more of who you are. And good day!
Greetings, Bashar. Once again, it's a great pleasure.
For us as well.
I had a very synchronous meeting with an individual on my way here tonight.
All right.
We had an incredible conversation about mind culture.
Yes.
And she gave me a phrase, I guess, that comes from their language. When it was, I don't have a complete understanding of the translation. I was wondering if you might.
Well, you can look it up. You can look it up.
Yes. I would also be very interested in your interpretation.
Do you have the phrase?
In Lakesh. And the way I understood it was that it was sort of a greeting that I recognize the mirror that you are of myself.
It is similar to our Ili Akar Demash Demashana. The recognition of the creation in the mirror in you, the same is reflected from me. That creation exists in both of us, is reflected in both of us, and we are reflecting creation to each other. It is a shortened idea, an abbreviation of that concept to some degree.
Mm-hmm. And is it used as a greeting?
It can be.
Yeah.
Yes.
My next question then would lead into on the subject of consciousness and
consciousness.
Yes, and when you say that we create our reality.
Yes.
At the same time, though, there's a reality that's created on the group level.
Yes, but you're creating that too by agreement. We understand that you create on a group level certain things to appear to be happening automatically so that you don't have to think about creating them. Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, you're still creating them from some level of your consciousness. It's like saying, well, we're going to create the game board, and then once we have created the game board, we understand what the rules of the game are, so we don't have to think about them, we can just play the game. The board seems to be automatic, seems to have nothing at all to do with the game itself that we're playing, but of course you created the board to begin with so that you could play the game on it. But you don't have to think about the board or the rules, you just know them, you can just play the game now. But you still created it. Mm-hmm. Make sense?
Yes.
All right.
And
yes.
So as we can consciously create this group consciousness together,
yes.
And consciously move in a direction that we prefer,
yes.
Does it not get more powerful? Like, is that something similar?
It doesn't get more powerful. It cannot be more powerful than it already is, mm-hmm. But you become more aware of the power through your own self-empowerment, because you become more aligned with the vibration of the source, the one, the all that is, the power, and thus then the more aligned you are, the more you recognize the vibration, the more you become aware of it, the more you can perceive it. Yes? Mm-hmm. Remember, you cannot perceive what you're not the vibration of. It doesn't mean it isn't there, it just means you can't perceive it or experience it unless you're aligned with that frequency. Mm-hmm. But it's always there. If it wasn't there, you wouldn't exist. Yes?
Yes.
Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Or is there some other avenue you wanted to walk down on this idea?
Yeah, no, that does. I don't have a very definite direction I'm trying to get at. I'm just seeking clarification.
Well, the only direction that counts anyway is in. Mm-hmm. Because there is no out. That's an illusion. Yeah. Yes?
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes. Very
it's all happening in your consciousness. There is no physical reality except for your definition of it. And your experience of it is the only thing that's real. Reality is not real unto itself, but your experience of it is. That's what's real. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's a projection that you're using to explore and examine and reflect to yourself another perspective of who and what you are.
Yeah.
Because the structure already exists. The structure never changes. It's your perspective of the structure, your relationship to the structure. That's what changes. That's how creation expands. Creation doesn't expand structurally, it expands perceptually. Wow. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are an infinite number of perspectives you can have of the unchanging structure.
Yeah. And
yes.
As we raise our vibration and can focus ourselves on a group level.
Yes, as you become more consciously aware of the agreements you have made on the group level, yes.
And this expands our perception.
Of course.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yes, it is. Does that help you?
Very much so. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Hello. Okay.
They are having fun with their technology.
My question.
And to you, good day.
Good day.
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
My question follows along with the last one, because it is about perception.
Yes.
Many of us do meditations and this sort of thing where we have experiences.
Yes.
Sort of going beyond.
Is that a question?
No, it's just this.
It's a statement. Yes, all right.
But then we come back from a meditation or from an experience back into our sort of regular life.
Not the same one.
Okay.
It's never the same. You have an old saying on your planet, you cannot step into the same river twice. Things are always moving, things are always flowing, things are always different. You are always shifting. In fact, you're shifting billions of times per second from parallel reality to parallel reality to parallel reality. You just do it so smoothly, you don't even know you're doing it. But you are. In fact, that's what time is. Time is the side effect of the shifting of your consciousness from parallel reality to parallel reality billions of times per second.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I do.
Therefore, you must understand then that you never actually are the same from moment to moment, literally.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
It does make sense.
All right, then. So you don't come back to the same life. You're not the same person. So
further to that, with the build up to today,
yes,
I think many people are perhaps hoping for a dramatic shift.
Well, that's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
You will experience the idea of shifting in whatever way, shape, or form works best for you, in whatever way, shape, or form is reflective and representative of your strongest beliefs about what you think is true. And again, remember, you've always been shifting. So it's not like you're just shifting now. You understand?
Yeah. So that essentially what resistance we have, as you're mentioning, resistance is, will determine what happens, essentially. The more resistant we are to the shift,
your definitions utterly determine how you experience the idea of your reality. Because there is no automatic built-in meaning or definition to things. Whatever definition you give the circumstance will determine how you experience it. Positive meaning in, positive effect out. Negative meaning in, negative effect out. It's that simple. This is just physics. There's nothing mysterious about this.
So, certainly mentally I have, I understand who I truly am.
Are you sure?
We
love it when your people say, well, I understand it mentally. Whereas our definition of understanding means you get it on all levels. So really, if you have perhaps a mental comprehension of the concept, that doesn't mean you actually have a deep understanding if you're not actually applying it in your life.
Exactly. So I guess it's more from the mental concept shifting into the fuller...
All right. Well, what's stopping you from shifting into the fuller understanding?
That's a good question.
Thank you. We often ask good questions. Do you have a good answer for that?
I don't have the good answer to that.
You do, actually. What is stopping you? The way to find out what's stopping you is to ask yourself, what are you most afraid will happen if you actually move in the direction or act on your highest joy? Come on. What are you most afraid is going to happen if you actually give over to your joy and actually acted on your excitement in the way that you would prefer to? What are you afraid is the worst possible thing that might happen if you did that? Come on.
I guess that things would change so dramatically that they'd be unrecognizable.
And what's wrong with them being unrecognizable? You see, let me hold you there for one moment. Okay. This, and thank you, is a perfect example of what we were talking about when we talked about the idea of having conflicting definitions in your excitement. How is it possible, by definition, to actually be acting on the thing that represents your excitement, your true self, and yet have an experience that is somehow unpleasant in that? How is that possible? It's not. You have a contradictory definition in your definition of excitement. So it's not really a definition of excitement. Because if it was, it wouldn't be capable of containing an experience that would somehow be contrary to the frequency of your joy. Would it? Logical, isn't it? Obvious, isn't it? That's what it's all about. The science of the obvious. That's why it's so important to have clarity about your definitions and have a clear understanding of the nature of the structure of existence itself. Because when you clearly understand the structure and clearly understand what definitions you are applying to that structure, you will completely understand why you are getting the confusing vibrations or the fearful vibrations that you get. Because you're putting in confusing and conflicting definitions. Therefore, that's the only thing you can get out. In fact, that's exactly what should tell you that you're putting in confusing and conflicting and contradictory definitions, is that you are feeling confused, conflicted, and contradicted. Because you can't have those experiences unless they're based on definitions that exist first. So anything you feel is your way of alerting your consciousness to the fact that you have definitions that you don't know about, that are in your unconscious self. So find out what they are. That's the only thing, as we said, creating those experiences, because there is nothing inherent in the situations themselves that create confusion or conflict or contradiction. It's only in your definition. It's only in your resistance to those things based on how you're defining it, how you're making it look. And therefore, your reluctance to go fully in that direction, because you have a definition that says if you do, you're going to experience even greater contradiction, even greater conflict. But that's not true. The only reason you would experience an amplification in your conflict is if you continue to press the reality of a definition that's out of alignment with your true self, which you don't need to continue to do. Is this making some sense?
Absolutely.
Is it sinking in?
Definitely.
And thus raising you up?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes, thank you very much.
Is there anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. And no, there are no exceptions to this mechanism. None of you are an exception. This works for all of you, all the time. You just don't always know it.
Good evening.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. And thank you for being here tonight.
It is our pleasure to interact with each and every one of you.
Thank you. Okay, so...
Speak up.
Okay. My question is, we are therapists in Japan.
Yes.
And we're using TRE, that trauma releasing exercise.
All right. And?
You recognize that?
We understand what you are talking about.
Oh, thank you.
So what do you wish to discuss?
So, in that case, okay, does it does it raise the vibration?
It can. Does it work for you is the only relevant question. If it works for you, use it. If it doesn't, don't.
Okay.
Have you heard us talk about the concept of permission slips?
Yeah.
Do you understand the concept of permission slips?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then why did you ask this question?
Okay.
Do you remember our definition of permission slips? Can you repeat it back to us?
It's difficult.
No?
No, I can't.
Would you like some help?
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Paying attention?
Yes.
Paying attention? Yes. All tools, all techniques, all rituals, all objects are permission slips. You use them because you, with your belief system, are attracted to specific permission slips because you allow yourself to give yourself permission by using them to be more of who you are. If the permission slip works for you because it's aligned with your belief system, then use it. If it doesn't, don't. It's that simple. Because all tools and all techniques are valid if they work for you. They don't always work for everyone, but if it works for you, then right now, for some reason, based on your belief system, that's your permission slip, which is why you're attracted to it. Otherwise, you'd be attracted to something else. But the idea is to understand that the permission slips themselves don't actually do anything. You're doing it. You're releasing the energy. You're raising your vibration. You're letting go of those things because you've made the decision to do so. Just because you're using the permission slip, it doesn't mean the permission slip or the tool, technique, or ritual is actually doing it. It's just that you're giving yourself permission to do it by using it. It's acting, in a sense, as a trigger. But you're doing it. So that means, ultimately, you don't actually need the permission slip. You can just let go of things that don't belong to you anytime you wish, anywhere you are. If you feel you need the permission slip, then by all means use it. There's nothing wrong with it. But the idea is that it's simply a process that you believe you need to, well, I'll say, bide your time until such time as you finally make the decision to let something go that you don't prefer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right.
So that means it depends on the person's will or
belief system.
Belief system.
Yes.
So, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense. Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. And
yes.
One more.
Yes.
What you when you talking about vibration frequency,
yes,
is can we measure or what the?
You can, although you may not necessarily have the technological equipment on your planet to measure the entire signature vibration of an individual at this point. But you're getting close.
Oh, really? Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But you can begin. You can take certain measurements and begin to add them up and begin to understand. But primarily, you will understand that if you can read the electromagnetic energy, the electromagnetic aura of a person, that will be a beginning. But it won't tell you everything. You need other kinds of equipment, other kinds of ways of understanding energy and frequencies in order to truly understand the signature vibration of any given object.
Okay.
Because you have to understand something very important. And that is that an object does not exist in a location. Location is one of the equations of the object. And when you understand that, you'll understand a lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Good evening, Bashar.
and to you, good day.
Yes, thank you. It's wonderful to spend this holiday season here with you. Thank
All
you for
right,
being
thank
here
you.
this weekend. I want to talk about C sharp. You mentioned C sharp.
Yes.
Listening to C sharp will improve your to help you to see better. Were you
It's
meaning?
a permission slip that people can use if their belief system is aligned to it to tune them into a certain frequency of your planet Earth. Yes, of nature itself.
Okay, so in what ways sing sharply? Psychically? Physically?
However you
Always?
wish.
However you wish.
You have an imagination, yes?
Yes.
Your imagination is key to your frequency, yes?
Yes.
Then it's up to your imagination to create whatever permission slip works best for you with this concept, yes?
Okay, thank you. It's a permission slip.
Of one more
Everything,
time.
Yes, it's all a permission slip.
All.
Yes.
You do have a dictionary definition for the word all, yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Just checking.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. So tell me, is there a...
Maybe I will and maybe I won't.
I'm hoping that you will, and I'm hoping it's not just another permission slip.
Everything is, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Is there perhaps a tone or frequency that would be very... that would be excellent to use in this 2013, this time we're coming into?
Probably it will have something to do with 13s.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes, makes sense.
Well, then...
Then...
All right, all right.
Okay, thank you.
The vibration is as easy as 22/7.
Okay. 22/7.
Easy as...
Easy as pie. Okay.
3.14159.
Okay.
Play with that and see what happens.
Okay.
Cycles per second, you understand?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're honest.
Yep.
So as long as you keep checking, then you will navigate yourself properly. Remember that the people that simply proceed to explore the idea of negativity never actually stop and question whether or not they are going in the correct direction for themselves. So the idea is that your willingness to check in and make sure that you are staying on the path that is true for you will usually mean that you will stay on the path that is true for you. But you will face challenges in doing so, and facing those challenges is part of the point of experiencing your path. So that's okay.
Okay.
As long as you are aware that it could be from avoidance, then you will constantly investigate yourself and you will remain in the center overall.
Got it. Okay. So as long as those challenges, as long as I'm being creative and I'm finding solutions to those challenges and they're not feeling like a struggle, I guess they're there to serve me in some way.
You don't have to guess. They are.
They are. Yep.
Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely. I have another question, if it's okay. So I had got it. I had a recurring dream as a child, which is basically I used to go to the grocery store in the neighborhood, and I would come back, find our building is completely gone, start crying. This man dressed in white comes and kind of leads me to a pink temple with a long stairway to the sky and the clouds. Was that kind of is there a meaning to that dream, or is that?
It's a gentle reminder. It's a gentle reminder that physical reality is not your home, but you have a home somewhere else in spirit.
I see. So that's more the pink temple is more the spirit world.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for all your
passion and our pleasure. Good day.
Hi Bashar, my name is Jen and I live in Queensland, Australia in beautiful Sunshine Coast. I have just discovered your transmissions around Christmas time, December period, and they have helped me a lot. So thank you very much for everything that you have brought through for us here and now. During one of the shows that I was watching where you were bringing through a transmission, I was at the point where there was question and answers, and one of the ladies answered what I felt was a very intense, energetic question. And all of a sudden, before you were about to answer, my power in my house went completely off, just for no reason. My question around this is, was that a pure coincidence, or was there something else happening? And if there was something else happening, is there any connection to me? And yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. Bye.
Yes, there's no such thing in that sense as a coincidence in the sense of an accident. Everything is synchronistic. So when you felt that the question was intense, you allowed your own energy field to become more intense, and that interfered with the electromagnetic field of the electricity systems in your dwelling. So you raised your frequency to the point where you got a physical synchronistic demonstration of how far you had extended your vibrational frequency, how much you had raised it, to the point where it could actually manipulate and interfere with electrical fields in your reality.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It's really nice to speak with you.
You as well.
I wanted to ask you, how does the process of falling asleep work, and how come we never remember the moment when we fall asleep?
Well, some people do, but the process is simply a transition between your focus on the idea of physical reality and your defocusing upon that idea, because you are recharging your physical body by reconnecting more strongly to spirit. So it is a very gentle transition, but it's kind of like having a dial that turns something down incrementally so that you don't necessarily always notice the transition from one state to another, but it's basically a defocusing of your intention on physical reality and now more of a focus on spiritual reality. Because the two are not that far apart, vibrationally speaking, at least at the borderline between the two, it may not always be necessary to notice when you cross, because it requires such a small shift in your vibration to go from physical to non-physical reality focus. And that's usually why people don't notice. Spiritual reality, non-physical reality, is closer vibrationally to physical reality than many of you think.
Okay, I think that answers it. I also wanted to ask you if people have really similar eyes or almost like the same looking eyes, does that can that mean that they are from the same oversoul?
Well, it can be a signal if that's the signal that was agreed to be able to tell. It doesn't have to be, but it can be used that way. Other things can be used that way too. Spirits may agree that they will have a particular mark or something that will remind them that because that is similar to someone else, that there may be a connection there. Because sometimes you need physical reminders of a connection that you have agreed to have that you may not otherwise remember in physical reality. So yes, it can be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be.
So it could theoretically be that one person would notice that connection or that similarity and another person would completely miss it?
Yes.
Okay. Another thing I really wanted to ask you is that you shared locations of some of the portals and the vortices that are in the United States area.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you could share maybe some portals that are in Europe or Eastern Europe particularly.
Well, we have, to some degree, done some of that already, but there are several. Prague is a very strong portal in a lot of ways, a master portal in that area. So you might want to explore that.
What does the portal in Prague represent?
The portal in Prague represents an ability to connect to energies of the past, but in a way that can be adapted to moving into the future in a way that still creates a connection with community.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Yes, all right.
And one last question. It's kind of a personal, I guess. I have sometimes trouble feeling empathy towards some people, and I'm worried that that may be a problem. And is there something that I can do to be more empathic?
Well, you say towards some people. Does that mean there are specific reasons why you don't feel empathy towards certain people because of what they do? Or why do you not feel empathy toward those people? Or were you just being general?
It just feels like sometimes I'm able to be empathetic to those same people, and sometimes I'm completely just switches off.
Because of something that they're saying or doing, or just for no reason apparently at all?
Well, it may be that related to my thoughts about them, probably, but...
All right. And what are the thoughts that allow you to experience a shutdown of your empathy? You do understand, do you understand that you can have empathy without agreement? You don't have to agree with someone or think of them a certain way to still have empathy.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I think so. It feels as if I understand it, but in my mind...
All right. Well, can you give us a specific example of the kind of thought you might suddenly have about someone that makes you feel like you can no longer be having empathy for them? Can you give us a specific example?
Yes, well, I have some friends, for example, which I had really good memories with, and then I had really bad ones too. And it just feels sometimes that I can remember only the good ones or only the bad ones. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. All right. So what you're basically saying is that your empathy shuts down when you are judging others.
Yes. Okay.
Well, then you are judging them. Right, so the idea is that in judging them, you are not allowing yourself to feel connected to them. Now, again, you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to connect strongly with the experience that they may be promoting.
Yes.
In order to understand that you can have compassion and you can have empathy with the understanding that they're going through a challenge. It's not anything you have to take personally. So the idea of shutting down your empathy is that you may be taking some of those things personally rather than simply looking at them objectively and recognizing with compassion that, all right, they're going through some kind of a tough challenge. And I understand that their behavior is exhibiting that. And while I don't agree with aligning with that behavior, it's not what I prefer, I can still empathize that they're going through a challenge because you've gone through challenges in your life as well. And the idea is that you would still want people to understand you're going through those challenges and that you're going to make yourself a better person by facing them in a positive way. So you give them compassion and you send them energy to be able to face their challenges in a positive way that helps them become more aware of who they truly are and helps them grow. So you can have your empathy and your connection to them to that degree without feeling like empathizing with them means you agree with the belief systems that they're exhibiting or the behavior that they're exhibiting. Does that help?
Yes, very much. And to make this a habit, I just keep on, I just have to consciously keep on practicing that, right?
Well, yes, but again, you have to find the reason why it doesn't make sense to do otherwise.
Okay.
Then it becomes something that you constantly do. You will always respond that way. In a sense, look at it from the perspective of an adult or a parent to a child. If a child makes a mistake, if a child has a tantrum, you understand that you don't reject the child. You know that the child may need some guidance. You know that the child may need some compassion, may need some very loving communication, or just needs to be left alone for a while to figure things out. But you don't remove your love from the child. You don't disconnect from the child. You know that it's simply part of the process of the child's experience in growing up and learning how to be someone who can experience balance in life, who gets a sense of themselves in a stronger, more stabilized way. So you can look at your friends that way, even though they may no longer technically be children. Anyone going into a fear-based reality and a fear-based behavior, in a sense, is still learning to grow. So you can perhaps relate to them as you would to a young child who's still learning their way.
Okay, I will. I want to say try, but I will make that my reality.
That's up to you. All I'm simply saying is find out what the reasons are why you wouldn't do that, and realize that in coming up with a reason why you wouldn't allow yourself to still have compassion and empathy for what they're going through, then that's your challenge, and you're exhibiting the same thing that they're going through by holding on to something that kills your empathy and compassion.
Okay, thank you.
They're reflecting that to you.
All right, I will do that.
All right, up to you.
Thank you. I think that is it.
All right. Thank you very much. Good day.
Good day. Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
Good day. Good day.
I'm Susie from Canada, and
All right.
I'm so excited to talk to you.
All right, as are we with you.
I wanted to get some insights into some experiences that I've had recently.
Yes.
Some contact experiences. So I did a channeling course to learn to channel, and we did a few meditations, and I met an ET that called himself John. I don't think that's his real name. And he told
Probably
me that
not.
no, I had that knowing right away when he
All
said
right.
it.
Very good.
So he said that I would be helping humans get ready for first contact.
Yes.
That was in the first meditation. And in the second meditation, he came again, and he sort of came over to me, and it felt like he was merging with me. I don't know if that was more symbolic.
Well, it's more of an energy matching or an energy mirroring. Remember, no one actually goes inside anyone else. There's no room inside you for anything. But you can match your vibrations with something, and it can feel like a merging.
Ah, that's amazing. The other thing that I felt in the meditations was an overwhelming love.
Yes.
For John. It felt like I'd known him forever. It felt like I almost wanted to go back with him to his planet. That's how it felt like. I wanted to go home with him because that felt like more like my home.
Yes, well, in a sense, that's true. Although, again, remember, you chose to be where you are for your own purposes.
Yes. So I had a question. Who is John? Do you know who John is?
In general, yes.
Can you tell me?
No.
Okay, I thought that might happen.
How psychic of you.
Yes.
You'll find out what you need to find out as you continue with this process. We cannot spoil the surprises for you.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. So I have been verbally channeling, and it works best when I have someone ask a question.
Yes.
But it feels like it's my higher self or their higher selves as well. And
your higher self will always be involved in any communication with anything else. So be prepared to accept the fact that your higher self will sometimes be the vehicle through which the information may come.
Okay, that's so good. That feels right. The other experience I wanted to ask you about was when I'm going to sleep, when I'm resting and going to fall asleep, I feel a lot of energy go through my body, and I can get some downloads of information and also sort of talk to my higher self or whoever the energies are. But one night I could feel an energy there, and I was given the experience of actually feeling what unity consciousness felt like.
Yes.
And you can't describe it. Is that what you feel and your people feel?
All the time.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It just you knew fully who you were.
Yes.
And you knew who everyone else was.
Yes.
And there was just total communication, total love. And it felt, and the next thing the thoughts that I had was, wow, that's so different from what humans experience on Earth.
Yes. But it is something you can experience on Earth.
Yes. Yes.
Now, remember, of course, not on the Earth you're on. You will shift to an Earth that already experiences that when you align with it more harmoniously.
Yay, that would be great. It feels like it's sort of for humans, it's a job of self-love.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
learning, yes, and understanding that, and the more I found in my own journey, the more that I love myself, I get rid of those negative belief systems and really realize who I am.
Yes.
I'm not needing that outside. Humans tend to need outside validation.
They don't tend to it, they choose to believe they need it.
Yes, yes. But the more you feel self-love, that goes away because you've already kind of got that. You have everything you need.
Absolutely. Simple, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's a big journey to get rid of those belief systems. So I guess
we
that's
understand.
the journey.
That's all right. That's part of the challenge. That's part of what you signed up for, is to go through that experience and the process of letting go of those things more consciously. But the idea, the basic principle, is very simple.
Yes, it is simple, and yet, yes, and yet it's a journey.
Yes, it's a journey.
Yes, it's an amazing journey, actually.
It is.
Amazing. I can see why we would choose to come here, because there's so much richness in this experience, and getting to that better place is,
Yes, it's a complex and rich tapestry of experiences.
Yes. So can you tell me who helped me to feel that unity consciousness feeling, to actually help me? Because I could feel another energy helping me to experience. It was John. Yeah. Yay, John. Okay, Bashar, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good day.
Good day.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Danny. I'm from Portugal. I grew up in Madeira Island. It's an island that belongs to Portugal. And I have two questions. I was wondering if the island is a reminiscence of the Atlantic civilization or not. I don't know. And the second question is, I feel that there is a vortex there. I mean, I feel physically. So I was wondering, can you please tell me what is the purpose of that vortex? What is the quality of the vortex, and what kinds of frequencies it irradiates? So thank you, Bashar. You know I love you. Goodbye, and see you soon.
It is part of the Atlantean colonization that swept into the European areas. It is not Atlantis itself, but Atlanteans definitely traveled there as a part of a colonization effort into the European area.